Hello, 2 weeks ago I showed you some devastation caused by freezing temperatures in my greenhouse. So today it's an update, so I'm going to show you which cacti are goners, which I'm still trying to save, and I will finish off with the good news which I managed to save. But I will start with succulents. So here you can see Graptotellum superba, one of my favorites, and unfortunately, as you can see, the leaves are soggy and mushy, and with the slightest touch they just come off from the stem. So I'm removing all of them, and unfortunately they are in such a state that I can't even keep them to try to propagate from the leaf. It is such a shame, because it was one of my favorite succulents. So the next step is to check stems. If they are squidgy, then I will cut them off, but if they are firm and hard, then I will keep them. And I will make another update in spring or summer, just to see if any of those succulents that I trying to save in this video manage to survive. Here some of my news, and you can even see where the bend is of the stem, where it's really soft to touch. So we need to cut it off, because obviously I don't want rot to set in and go even further down the stem. So what you need to have is alcohol, which acts as an antiseptic solution, and wipe it with your sharp scissors or scalpel or knife, just to sterilize. So I'm cutting where the hard stem is, so any squashy stems must go. So hopefully in spring the new leaves will appear, and I'm going to keep those pots in the house, so I'm not risking again putting them back into the greenhouse. So this is what the stems look like now, a bit sad. And here is my Echeveria metallica, and when you touch the leaves you can see water comes out of it, lots of droplets. So again, I can't just leave it, because the mold and fungus will set in, and the plant will be gone for sure. Now I've cut it quite a bit. And here is my poor Crassula Moonglow. As you can see, there's already mold there, and the plant is beyond rescue. Quite a lot of Crassulas that I kept in greenhouse are goners, I'm afraid. Here you can see how frost bites look at my Echeveria Mexican giant. So off you go, let's behead it. Now what about my cacti? You may remember that I had 3-headed Matucana, and one of heads was quite squashy. So here it is, I separated from the rest, and as you can see it's just almost falling apart when touching it, so it's definitely dead and beyond any rescue whatsoever. If I were to leave it with the rest, the fungus and it may spread all over the rest of the plant. And the other head, as you can see, there's already some signs of you can see signs of frost bites. So it went even worse after the filming, so I had to throw it away. And here I've got Gymnocalcium rosiflorum, I believe. So I'm detaching babies because they seem to be fine, whereas the mother plant, as you can see, there's lots of changes on the body, and you will see in a moment what happened to that. So I'm trying to at least rescue the pups. I don't usually have duplicates of plants, but it happens that I've got another Gymnocalycium rosiflorum, so I've got a backup. But nevertheless, it's a shame to lose a plant. So I can tell you now that one of those pups unfortunately didn't make it, and these are here the smaller ones. And this is the mother plant. As you can see, after a few days you can see fungus setting in, even though I sprayed a bit with antifungal solution just to stop it at its tracks, but it didn't help. And the same I've got here, Parodium magnifica. Lovely plant. It's such a shame that you can see now some devastation there. Now this tray is with the plants that I'm not sure yet if they will survive. They are not so soft, but they are not too firm either to touch, so I will leave them on the tray to observe and monitor them. The bodies of the cacti, they seem alright. There are no lesions, there's no rust or any other fungus. And this one's one of my favorites as well. It looks like a roll, but unfortunately you can see some spots and marks. And I was thinking of cutting it like you would normally do if there is a rod, but it wouldn't do any much because obviously there's already on the body of the cacti there are some spots, and also because it's inside, the tissue might be frosted, and when it's defrosting it's just causing the damage as well. This one looked alright, but unfortunately after a few days it went all mushy and soft, and I had to bin it as well. Those here, they are absolutely goners. So now I've got a bit of more space in my greenhouse, so I will try to replace them, especially those Gymnocalyciums. And with regards to succulents, mainly Annuum and Crassulas, they suffered the most in this big freeze. So now I bought another tube heater because the lowest shelf and the middle shelf, it was affected the most. And here my Rhipsalis, as you can see, some stems got frozen as well. But good news is there are some still green and healthy looking stems. So here I'm just taking off any dead stems, taking off or trimming, because as long as the roots are okay and not frozen, I think the plant should survive. So we'll see. As I said, in spring, summer there will be another update. So keep fingers crossed. I hope your plants didn't suffer much and you didn't have much losses or damage due to freezing temperatures. So now let's finish on a positive note. So I'm going to show you which plants I think I managed to save. And just a reminder, I brought those plants that I noticed that they need rescuing back into the house and into a room which has got cooler temperatures, because I didn't want the plants to get another shock of heating going on and quite warm rooms, and also I didn't water them. So those plants, they should be fine in my opinion. They are all firm and hard, no signs of fungus or mold or anything, so they are now repotted, and just for good measure I'm going to keep them on the windowsill. I managed to shuffle a few things around. So thank you for watching. Hope you liked this theme, this update, so give me a thumb up, and I will see you next time. Bye!